What's going on, guys? XQ420 here. You know what time it is. You know what the deal is. It's summertime, and so you know what that means. Seasoning on us, grill is hot, ready to get them things marked up right. If it's first time to the channel, stop hesitating. Hit that subscribe button for me. Trust me, it's going to make a difference in your life. Today's video, Ted Wheeler, Portland. They still riding. They pulled some of the Fed officers back, and it's still going on. But you know what he worried about? Trump getting reelected. Let's jump into it. All right, article right here from the Blaze. Portland mayor warns riders they're helping Trump's reelection campaign. Helping Trump's reelection campaign. That's what we need to be worried about right now, guys. I don't know. You know, we ain't got nothing else to be worried about, just Trump's reelection campaign. So you're not demonstrating your attempt to commit murder. Well, duh. That's what they've been doing. I don't know. Ted Wheeler, where you been? You were out in the crowd, dog. Do you not remember getting tear gas, folks throwing stuff at you, dumping trash at your feet? F off, Ted Wheeler. I'll kill your family, Ted Wheeler. I mean, they're saying all kind of crazy stuff like that. So, so I guess now it's a problem. I get you. I got you, because Trump might get reelected. So Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler attempted to persuade riders to stop destroying the city by warning vandals that they are a prop for the re-election campaign of Donald Trump. The Democratic mayor also lashed out at insurgents who tried to burn down a police station in resident Portland and accused them of attempting to commit murder. Now, we'll check that out right quick. That little clip of them actually trying to burn down that police station. All right, so we just saw that right there. And you see, it's just more noise and nonsense, man. Now the Fed's like, all right, we'll pull back as long as y'all calm down and stuff. It's like, okay, all good. We'll let the officers do what they're supposed to do. They ain't calmed down one bit. Trying to burn some shit down. This is all there is to it. And they say right here that the cops tried to disperse the crowd and were hit with projectiles, including heavy rocks, trying to stone folks to death. We going biblical on them. Old Testaments, a stoning. Come on now. And hit them with commercial-grade fireworks. And of course, they use lasers. We know they blinded some of the police officers. I don't know if they recovered from that or not yet, but they were trying to blind them, and so they had to counter with some tear gas and some crowd control munitions. So I mean, they ain't done no better. They ain't done no better at all. It's the same noise. So we jump back over right here. It said Wheeler held a virtual press conference on Thursday to discuss the week's bedlam in the city, which included protesters verbally abusing two elderly women, splashing paint on one of the women. So, I mean, there it goes right there. I'm going to jump into that video for you right there so you can see those two clips right quick so you give it a little context on what we got going on here. Now, we see that part right there, Bo. I mean, man, the amount of filth that's walking around on the streets right now is ridiculous. I ain't the type of guy for violence, but you know what I'm saying? There comes a point in time where something just has to happen, bud. And I'm just sorry. If I got to drag the body bags out there afterwards, it just is what it is. I'm just going to go with it on that. Hey, look, man, I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. I want everybody to stay safe. But y'all ain't leaving folks much of a choice. Y'all just out here splash this woman in the face with some paint. Out here just running your mouth to her, man. She's just like, hey, man, why y'all doing this? What are you doing? And I mean, they just, man, runs right up in her face. Get your mask, you so-and-so. I'm not, but I don't know what's happening, man. I thought they said that Portland was going to calm down. Ted Wheeler, I thought you said the whole problem was the feds being there. I thought that's what you told me. That's what you said. What's happened? That's all I'm asking. What's happened? So we jump down here and check out this other video right quick. Now, I mean, you got citizens out there trying to trying to put the fires and stuff out, man. And you got punks. That's all they are, punks, bud, out there trying to slow folks down to keep you from tearing down what they got left. Bud, I, it's it's disturbing to watch. I ain't gonna lie to you. And what are they done every night? They allowed to go right out there. Both folks that have to go to prison, or something maybe something that they won't look in that day. Maybe something a little bit more detrimental to the outcome of their lives. That's all I'm saying. Something has to happen out there. I mean, that's just all there is to it. It's about I can't have you running around causing this type of chaos, bud. I just can't do it. We got to move on from this. So we jump. So we'll jump back over here to the article with see what Ted Wheeler got to say about it. So he says right here, don't think for a moment that if you're participating in this activity, you're not being a prop for the re-election campaign of Donald Trump, because you absolutely are. They say you're creating a B-roll film that will be used and ads nationally to help Donald Trump during this campaign. If you don't want to be a part of it, then don't show up. Dude, they don't care who gets elected, man. I'm trying to tell you that they don't, man. These folks just out here about they paid and they out here to tear stuff up. That's just all there is to it. They ain't worried about what you got to say, Ted Wheeler. They could care less. That's just all there is to it. Bottom line. I mean, and why are you worried about your city's burning to the ground? Folks out there tearing stuff up, graffiti all over the place, probably feces, piss, everything, and just everything out in the street. And what you worried about? Donald Trump gets reelected. Come on, man. So Wheeler says right down here that that police station they were trying to burn down, there were 20 law enforcement members and civilians were inside. So dang, bo, they trying to burn it to the ground, folks in there. He says right here, when you commit arson with an accelerant in an attempt to burn down a building that is occupied by people who you have intentionally trapped inside, you are not demonstrating. You're attempting to commit murder. Well, yeah, they don't care if they kill somebody, dude. Did you just now figure this one out? Well, I mean, these people who are leading, but they ain't leaders, man. They ain't leading nothing. They a bunch of cowards and punks. They let somebody just run over. Hey, you done lost control of it now. You see what I'm saying? You could have shut this down early. There's other places in the country where stuff tried to rise up. It said, no, sir. I mean, their sheriffs come out and say, hey, look, I told the folks, if you come in acting a fool, you will get shot. That's just all there is to it. We'll lay you out in the street. So I suggest you settle down. Peaceful protests, don't nothing get tore up if it's peaceful. You know what I'm saying? They ain't been peaceful in 70 days. I mean, so he keeps coming at me with that and said it's just nonsense, man. He said, I believe that the city staff could have died last night. Yeah. He said, I cannot and I will not tolerate this. This is not peaceful protest. This is not advocacy to advance reforms. Because it ain't about no reform. It's about the destruction of America, man. It ain't about reforming nothing. Bud, why do you think everybody in the world be trying to scrap and scrape and sneak in here? Because because America is the place where you can go and make it. I mean, in a whole, if you look at the whole world, there's other places that are great as well. But most people, they try to scrap and try to sneak into America because this is where you come to make it. They're like, man, I could make it in America. It's over here where I'm at. Woo, stuff's tough, boy. It's hard to make it. But no, they're over here talking about, oh, trying to advance some reforms. Just a bunch of nonsense as usual. All right, so he goes on to say right down here, it said, we anticipate additional planned attacks on occupied public buildings over the next few days. If you are a nonviolent demonstrator and you do not want to be part of the intentional violence, please stay away from these areas. Our community must say that this violence is not Portland and these actions do not reflect our values and these crimes are distracting from reform, not advancing. Look, Ted Wheeler, you know what you do? Here's what you do. You say, look, I'm sorry. The minute I see something going down, whoever's out there is going down with it. That's just it. You're getting arrested. You're getting drug out of there. It's happening tonight. And look, bud, if you peaceful, you're going to stay at the house. Look, peaceful protesters, I'm going to tell you something right now. All you're doing is making cover for Antifa and folks who just want to tear stuff up. That's all you're doing. So stay at the house. You're not protesting anything. Do you even remember? What reform? Please, tell me what reform you want to happen. Tell me what reform you want to happen and how we're going to get this done and how the money's going to work and all that stuff. But ain't none of them got answers. All they know is just going out there ranting and raving, but ain't nobody looked into it, ain't nobody figured out no answers. Now, Wheeler also admitted down here that he's had record gun violence. Yeah, that he's experienced record gun violence and the historic levels of violence. Well, of course you have. But, I mean, they've been doing it for 70 straight days. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of violence. So in closing on this, I mean, y'all seen the videos and stuff. I mean, they out there disrespecting older people, throwing paint on them, getting in their face. Not letting the older woman put out a fire. They're just trying to protect their community, what they got left of it. And what Ted Wheeler worried about? Trump's re-election. That's all you need to know. That's all these people are worried about, is whether Trump gets reelected or not. And you see, they were letting this stuff descend because I was like, ooh, boy, this'll help him not get reelected. And then it got out of hand. They're like, oh, hell, what are we going to do? It's too late then, Bo. You've let go of the reins, and and the horses are gone, bud. And they drag you wherever. They got your foot caught in the rope. They're going to drag you wherever they go. So what do y'all think about it? Folks need to stop worrying so much about Trump getting reelected and worry about getting America back to where it was. At least in January, at least. Come on now. Man, we looking like straight up shit. That's just all there is to it. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, of course. Leave a comment. Appreciate everybody for checking me out. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.